At first glance, uSMART might seem like just another low-cost broker, but look a little closer and you'll find that it has so much more to offer. With uSMART, you are not limited to just the US, Hong Kong or Singapore exchanges. You will also get access to the Japanese stock market and now even the UK markets too. uSMART offers competitive fee structure, zero commission on US trades, no minimum charge for Singapore stocks, and zero cost regular savings plans. And if you are into trading, uSMART is also one of the rare brokers that offer CFDs, gold, silver, and even forex. And to help you make smarter decisions, their platform offers intelligent investment insights to guide you every step of the way. In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to get started with investing on the uSMART Singapore app. We will cover how to register for an account, go through a step-by-step guide on making your first investment, and finally, I'll highlight some of the app's key features that I think are incredibly useful. So, first things first, if you do not have a uSMART Singapore account yet, you can sign up using my affiliate link here. You can easily register by choosing either your mobile number or email. So just choose whichever is most convenient to you. Next, you'll be asked to choose between an individual or joint account. If you are investing on your own, go with the individual account. But if you are planning to share the account with someone else, like a family member or partner, then the joint account might be the better choice. For this walkthrough, I will go ahead with the individual account. Next, select your residential status. If you have selected Singapore citizens, PR or pass holders, you will then be able to retrieve your personal info from My Info to speed up the registration process. After that, just fill in your personal information. I'm sure you know how to do that. Then fill in your occupation and tax info. Next, you will need to declare your financial background, source of wealth, how much income and assets you have, as well as what your investment objective is. You will then be asked to choose your account type. If you are a beginner and want to keep things simple, you can just go with a cash account. But just take note that by doing so, you won't be able to trade options nor short US stocks. Otherwise, if you know what you are doing, you can go with a margin account. But don't worry about this too much, as you can easily change this later on. For customer accounts review, just select the option most applicable to you. Then go through the W8 band form. This is used for tax withholding and reporting purposes when you trade US products. After that, you'll be presented with a few risk disclosures. So just go through them. This is a standard step for most trading platforms to ensure you understand the risk involved. Copy your name and paste into the input field to digitally sign. Then click continue. And finally, you come to this page where you'll be able to choose between 3 uSMART account types. uSMART Trader offers the lowest trading fees, which means it's most suited for someone who trades frequently. However, if you choose this, you won't be able to receive any welcome gift, and you won't have access to some additional features such as value screener, technical analysis tools, and trend tracker. On the other hand, uSMART Standard is more suited for the average investor. The fees are slightly higher, but you'll be able to get the welcome gifts as well as limited access to the additional features. Finally, uSMART Intel is for investors who are looking for full access and additional features to help them in their investing journey. The fees are higher, but in return, you'll be able to get the welcome gift as well as unlimited access to intelligent tools. So just choose whichever account type that best suit your needs. For most people, I would recommend sticking with uSMART Standard. Also, don't worry about this too much, as you are able to easily switch between the Intel and Standard account type later on. Though, just take note that if you initially open a trader account and later upgraded to Intel, you can also revert back to the trader account. However, if you originally started with a Standard or Intel account, you won't be able to downgrade back to a trader account. Once you are done, click submit and uSMART will get back to you within a few business days.
Several days later.
Alright, once your account is approved, you will then need to fund your account with some money. Why? Because you need money to invest lah. Duh. To fund your accounts, at the bottom, tap on the trade icon, then deposit. Here, you'll be able to choose between funding SGD, USD or Hong Kong dollars. For this demo, I will show you how to deposit SGD. Here, you'll be able to choose between different funding methods, but I would recommend going for eGiro, as it will allow you to directly debit the funds from your bank account right within the uSMART app itself, and the fund will arrive almost instantly. So just tap on eGiro, add an eGiro bank account, then choose the bank that you want to use. For me, I will just go with DBS POSB. Then just log into your bank account, choose the bank account that you want to use and enter your payment limit. If you're worried about unauthorized payments, you can set a lower limit here. For the billing end date, you can just leave it empty. Once that is done, tap next. If everything is alright, then just tap submit, then perform the authentication. And tada! Your account is linked now. To deposit funds into your account, tap on deposit again. Choose SGD, eGiro, then tap the deposit button and enter in how much you want to transfer. But here's a tip. If you are new to uSMART and if you are on the standard or Intel account, it's best to check how much you will need to transfer over to qualify for the welcome rewards. For example, in order to earn the full $202 from the latest welcome promo, you will need to deposit at least $2,000 or equivalent. Maintain the funds there for 30 days while completing at least 3 US buy trades. Once done, you can just tap on deposit to fund your account and the funds will arrive almost instantly. Alright, once the money has arrived, if you wish to trade overseas markets, you will need to convert your SGD to the foreign currency. Otherwise, if you are planning to just invest in the Singapore market, you can just skip this section. To convert your currency, make sure you are in the Trade tab, then tap on Currency Exchange. Here, I'm converting my SGD to USD. Then just enter in the amount that you want to convert. Okay, uSMART doesn't charge any fees to convert your currency. However, according to my test, when you are converting from SGD to USD, there will be a slight conversion loss of about 0.4%. This is in percentage, so it doesn't matter whether you are converting 10,000 SGD one time or 1,000 SGD 10 times. A 0.4% loss is still around $40 loss for conversion. Though, just think note that this conversion loss is not fixed and you get different exchange rates for each conversion. Also, just in case you're wondering, can I not convert my money if I want to trade overseas market? Actually, that's possible. That's because uSMART has an auto currency conversion feature where after you buy your share and end up with a currency deficit, they will automatically convert your currency to help you offset your deficit. However, the problem comes when you don't have sufficient money. That's because when that happens, you will end up with a negative balance. This means you will be buying on margin and you will incur margin interest, which at the time of making this video ranges around 6 to 8%. So always try to make sure you have sufficient currency when you want to invest, yeah? Anyway, once you are ready, tap confirm. Check through to make sure everything is correct. Tap confirm again and you are done. The conversion will typically be done instantly, but in some cases, you might need to wait for a few minutes for the conversion to be completed. Alright, you are now finally ready to buy stocks. To do that, switch over to the Quotes tab. Tap on the search button on the top right. Then enter in the name of the stock or ETF that you are interested in. For example, let's try Apple. Then you want to tap on the heart icon on the right hand corner to add the stock to your watch list. That way, you won't have to keep searching for the stock every time. If I head back out, there, you can see that Apple has been added to my watch list. To buy the stock, just tap on it, then tap on the trade button on the bottom right hand side. If this is a US stock or ETF that supports fractional trading, you will see the fractional trading button here. Fractional trading allows you to buy with as little as $1 or a minimum of 0.0001 shares. Whereas if you go to the normal buy-sell page, you will only be able to trade in an absolute number of shares, like 1 share, 2 shares, and so on. Because of that, I recommend going for fractional trading whenever possible, even if you are planning to buy more than 1 share. This will give you better control over your investment amounts and help you make the most out of your capital. Okay, this next page may look complicated, but there's really only a few things that you need to know. First, if you tap on order type, you'll be able to choose between limit order and market order. Limit order lets you set what price you want to buy the stock at. For example, if the stock is currently at $205 now, but I want to buy the stock at $200, I can set the limit price to $200. That way, if the stock drops to $200, I'll be able to buy the stock at that price. However, the risk is that if the stock goes up instead, I will then not be able to buy the stock. So if I absolutely want to buy the stock no matter what the price is, I'll use market order. Market order will allow me to immediately buy the stock at whatever is the current market price. For example, if the stock is currently at $205 now, I'll buy the stock at $205. Next, for the trade type, you are able to toggle between buying in dollar amounts or in number of shares. So just fill in the information. If you want to preview your trade, you can tap on the preview button beside the buy button. For example, here, you can see that this trade will cost around $1.10 in total fees. Anyway, once you're ready to buy, you can tap on buy. Check through to make sure everything is okay, Then tap confirm and wait for your order to be filled. If your order has been filled, congratulations! You will then be able to find it in the trade tab under positions, and it will show you the total value of the stock that you have, alongside with the quantity, average price, and profit and loss. Also, if you tap on the My Assets button on the top right, you will see a breakdown of your assets in the account. For example, I currently have around $381 cash balance, of which $250 is in SGD and the rest in USD. Then I also have around $88 worth of stocks. So that was a quick demo on how to buy stocks. But here's a pro tip. Right now, uSMART is running a great promotion where if you set up a regular savings plan to automatically invest in stocks or ETFs from the Singapore or US markets, you enjoy zero commission, zero platform fees, zero exchange fees, and zero custodian fees. So this not only helps you save on a ton of fees, but it can also help you avoid timing the market, because oftentimes investors would try to buy right at the bottom but ended up missing the opportunity to buy the stock at an already fantastic price because the stock has already shot back up. So to set up a regular savings plan, open up a US or Singapore stock or ETF that you want to invest in. Tap on trade, then regular savings plan. Here, you will need to invest a minimum of $100, which is pretty affordable. For the fund deduction method, you can just leave it as eGiro or uSMART account. This means if your account has sufficient funds, it will just deduct the funds from your account. Otherwise, it will debit the funds from your bank account. You can then choose your preferred investment frequency from every trading day to every month. Once you have filled in everything, just tap on confirm and uSMART will start to automatically invest for you. Then if you wish to change some RSP settings or cancel it, you can tap on trade, more, look for regular savings plan. Then tap on My Plan on the top right hand side, and here you'll find all your existing regular savings plans. So that was a quick walkthrough on how to get started with investing via the uSMART Singapore app. But beyond just placing trades, uSMART has a lot more features to help you in your investing journey. So let's go through some of them, starting with the stock page. At the top right, if you tap on the down arrow, you'll be able to see some quick information about the stock, such as its 52-week high, 52-week low, dividend yield, PE ratios, and more. And just below that, if you tap on any of the tiny icons, you will see additional details about the stock. For example, this stock is trading on the Nasdaq exchange. It supports margin trading, CFD trading, and so on. Next, the stock chart comes with some useful technical indicators and drawing tools that you may find helpful for analyzing price trends or spotting entry points. Below the stock chart, you will see some level 2 market data, which again is pretty useful if you want to know the real-time depth of the market, specifically how many buy and sell orders are lined up at different price levels. This can give you better insights into the supply and demand dynamics of the stock, thereby helping you make more informed trading decisions. Further down, you will see even more information that may be useful to you, such as the position cost distribution to help you identify potential support and resistance levels, money flow chart, money trend, as well as some company valuation tool and daily short volume. So feel free to explore around. Then if you switch over to the news tab, you'll find all the latest headlines and updates related to your stock. This is useful for staying on top of company announcements, earnings reports, analyst opinions, as well as any breaking news that might impact the stock's performance. Over in the financial tab, you'll find all the important financial information about the stock. This includes key financial ratios such as ROE, ROA, PE, and so on. Then if you scroll down, you'll see the financial reports presented in simple, easy to read charts that make analysis more intuitive. Then finally, in the dividend tab, you'll see the company dividend history, including its past payout amounts, yield, and payment dates. This could be useful if you want to get a clear picture of how consistent and generous the dividends have been over time. Moving on, if you're on the standard account type, and if you switch over to the Intel tab, you'll find that many of the features such as daily stock picks, daily grid picks, trend tracker, and technical analysis are hidden. Personally, I find these tools to be pretty useful as they can offer additional insights and ideas, especially when you are looking for new opportunities or trying to make sense of market trends. So to use those features, you will need to upgrade to your account from standard to Intel. Now, you might be thinking, wait, doesn't the Intel accounts come with higher trading fees? Yes, that's true. But if you are already using the regular savings plan, you are enjoying zero fees anyway. On top of that, Trading fees on the US market are the same on both standard and Intel accounts. So unless you are planning to trade in other markets or products, the fee difference likely won't affect you. So to upgrade your account, just tap on any upgrade button, switch over to the uSMART Intel, then tap Upgrade Account. Take note that in order to upgrade your accounts, you need to maintain a minimum of 2,000 HUD assets under management in the account. And after upgrading, you won't be able to downgrade within 30 days. If you are okay with that, you can just tap on Confirm, and congratulations, you have successfully upgraded to the Intel account. Now let's head back to the Intel page to check out what we have unlocked. Let's check out the technical analysis tool. Recently, this stock has been on the rise, and I wanted to get a sense of how much further it might go. According to this tool, the stock is showing a strong bullish signal in the short term. However, the medium-term signal is only mildly bullish, and for the long term, it's reading as neutral. Just below that, you can also see a breakdown of all the technical signals that were detected, giving you more insights into what's driving those ratings. Next, besides technical analysis, uSMART also helps you assess whether you are buying at a good price with its value screener tool. Let's take Google as an example. According to the value screener tool, Google is currently trading very close to its fair value, with a potential upside of 15%. If you scroll down, you will also be able to see how Google's fair value has evolved over time, as well as its projected fair value in the future. Besides that, you will also find some historical trends for the company. Again, this will give you a clearer picture of the stock's performance as well as its potential. Next, uSMART also has something called the interest reward promotion, which will let you earn some interest on your idle funds. However, the way this feature works is a little different from the rest of the low-cost brokers. That's because while the rest of the brokers allow you to freely invest or withdraw the funds whenever you want, uSMART's interest reward promotion requires you to freeze your funds for either 1 month or 3 months. You are allowed to unfreeze your funds at any given time, should you wish to do so. But by doing that, you won't be able to earn any interest. So this functions sort of like a fixed deposit, where you have to keep your funds in there till maturity to earn the interest. So if you are interested in using this feature, you can head over to Trade, look for Interest Reward Promo, click on View Details, then just fill in the information to participate. Last but not least, if you head over to the Me tab, then tap on Promotions page, you'll find all the current promotions and rewards available. This is perfect if you are looking to earn some bonuses or take part in special campaigns. For example, right now there's a mystery box campaign, which lets you earn up to $6.28 when you perform a simple buy trade and share your trades. So that was a quick tutorial for uSMART Singapore. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will do my best to help out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.